Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going to be going over all of my favorite products that I've been loving all month long, or just loving lately. I guess you could say it's kind of like my summer favorites, just certain things that I've been into lately. So I hope you guys enjoy. Please subscribe and let's get into it. I have been really loving pops of color. So this tank top I have on right now is from the brand Super Down. It is a crop tank top. Now I always size up in my crop tank tops just because it's like when it's smaller, then it's shorter, and I don't really need it to be shorter. If I want it to be shorter, I can just fold it under. You know what I mean? They're so comfortable. I love the bright neon colors. I also have the one that I'm wearing right now in this bright neon color. On camera, I feel like you can't even see it. It looks like almost yellow, but in person, it is neon green. And then this one I got from Aritzia. I had this one on in a recent video that I posted, and I got so many questions on this color. It's just so pretty. It's like a nice, bright cobalt blue. It's so comfortable. All of these are just like a nice comfortable feeling. And then this one I wore in my last video, and this is actually a workout top from Lululemon. So this one is this purple long like bra tank top kind of thing. That's the back. Just all of these colors have just been really fun. You can pair them with jeans, you can do sweatpants, you can do leggings, whatever. But I've just been loving playing with color a little bit more, and then still keeping my makeup a little bit more natural and neutral. It's just been fun to play around with some color for the summer. I have all of my go-to favorite makeup and stuff that I use all the time here on this little rack. I'll put like a little video overlay so you can see what it looks like, but it's just this little moving cart that I got from Amazon. And if you watched my makeup declutter and beauty room clean out video, you would have seen it in there, and it's perfect. So I put all of my go-to stuff, my brushes, my current favorite foundation and concealer, just all of those kinds of products on it, so that when I do my makeup, I can just roll that out. I'll link it down below along with everything else in this video. I have two different foundations. Well, one's a foundation and one is a CC cream. So the first one is the Chanel Revitalizing Foundation. I have this in the shade B30. This is so beautiful. I kind of just bought this on a whim, which normally products like this I'll think about before just like impulse buying because they're bougie and they're pricey. But this foundation is so beautiful. It matches me perfectly. It gives that nice like your skin but better sort of finish. It's not too crazy full coverage. It's probably like a nice medium coverage. I love the smell. It's a very nostalgic smell because I used to have this other Chanel foundation that I wore all the time a few years back. So it kind of just reminds me of that. But I've just been using this lately along with this next product, which is the Honest Beauty Clean Corrective Cream with vitamin C. It's a tinted moisturizer, and I have this in the shade Dune. Like I said in one of my most recent makeup tutorials, I've been just more into products that have cleaner ingredients. I'm still gonna use products like the Chanel and like other products that don't have the best ingredients, but I've just been learning about those things and trying to implement them into my routine a little bit more. So I've been really liking this. I feel like it goes on my skin so nicely. You can use a brush, you can use a sponge, you can use your fingers, and it's surprisingly a decent coverage. It's pretty, I'd say a solid medium coverage, and the color Dune matches me perfectly. Okay, next I have this freaking powder poof. Everybody's been talking about this. I didn't realize that this was like so on and poppin' on TikTok, but everyone's talking about these freaking powder poofs. You can get them on Amazon, just like set in the makeup, and it just like, even now I'm kind of getting a little oily, so I'm gonna use whatever's left over on this, and like it just gives this nice perfected finish on the skin. It just mattifies without making you look like dried out. I don't know how to explain it. This mixed with any sort of face powder just is magic. So these are super cheap on Amazon. I'll link them down below. But yeah, I've been loving this technique, and I feel like especially if you have oily skin during this time of year when it's so hot and humid, this is gonna be a lifesaver. Okay, so even though I get really oily, I still enjoy creamy products, dewy products. I love that creams are just so popular right now. So I remember when like cream contouring and stuff just like wasn't a thing. You had to use like a foundation to do it, and now it's just cool that like all of these different products are out now and you can try all these different ones and whatever. So the two that I've been trying lately are the Anastasia cream bronzer. This is in the color Golden Tan. This can tend to go a little cool toned, surprisingly, because it's called Golden Tan, but you really need a light hand with this because I can tend to get kind of like a shadow with it. So just use a light hand. I like to use it with an angled stippling brush. And then the other one that I've really been enjoying lately is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This one is in the color Tan Lines. The e.l.f. Putty line, like the bronzer and the blushes, they're amazing. These are like top tier, high quality products. Like if this was in a YSL packaging, I would believe that it was YSL. It's so good. This one's a little bit lighter, but this is actually what I have on my face right now. I do have a nice fresh self tan on, which is a little blotchy, that's okay. But that's the bronzer that I'm wearing today, and I'm not wearing like any other like full-blown bronzer. I did contour just a little bit extra, but I just think the color is so beautiful. It's so natural. I do have a tutorial coming on this look, by the way, so stay tuned. It should be out after this video, but that way you can see how I use this in action. But yeah, really been loving these. And then two other cream products that I've been loving are these two blushes. This one is from Honest Beauty. It's the Coral Peach Cream Blush. It's so beautiful, and I've been really enjoying this peachy kind of color for the cheeks. Today I'm wearing more of like a pinky color, but I've been grabbing more of these peachy ones lately. So the next one is the Nectarine Stick Blush from Anastasia. You can see they're kind of like similar shade. Well, actually on camera that I'm looking at it, this one's a lot deeper and this one's a lot lighter, but they're both so beautiful. I picked up just like a lot of tips from when Amanda did my makeup, but she used this brush to apply the cream blush, and it's amazing. This is the Hollywood Complexion brush from Charlotte Tilbury. I've had this in my collection and I've used it mainly for foundation in the past or cream highlighter, but I never thought to use it for blush, and it's perfect. It picks up the product perfectly. You can stipple it on perfectly, and it's not gonna go in too broad of an area, and you can be very intentional with your placement with this. So I've just been loving this. All of those products on my face lately have just been just so nice and so refreshing, and just almost like you can use all of these in a natural way, but you can also use all of these in a more like dramatic, full coverage, glam sort of way. So I've really been liking those. I've also been really loving these lip glosses from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I am not a gloss girl. I had to try these out. There's something about them that just caught my eye. I really love the packaging. I like how short and fat this is. It's just so cute. The color of this one is Rosé Drip. I've tried this one, Bubble Drip, which is a little bit lighter, and the clear one. All wonderful. They're very just like, it's just not too much going on. Now I only apply a little bit because I don't want too much. They're just very comfortable on the lips. It's not slimy and it's not sticky. It's not tacky. It's not like a typical lip gloss, but it's also, it doesn't really feel like an oil to me either, because I've tried lip oils in the past and they've just felt like slime. This has the perfect concoction, the perfect consistency. It's just like the perfect little add-on. I actually have this one on right now. It's worn off a little bit. I've had my makeup on for like an hour and a half now, but just so beautiful and so comfortable on the lips. I never thought that I would be into lip gloss. And then another thing that I got from Lululemon is this fanny pack. I never thought that I would get into fanny packs. Even when they kind of like came back and became more popular again, I still was just like, I'm not into it. It's not my thing. But then I took a trip. I went to New Orleans back in February, and my friend Tiffany came with, and she wore it like this, and I was like, wow, that's like really freaking convenient. And I've seen people wear it like that, but it was the first time that I've ever like hung out with somebody and seen it in action, and like everything you need is right here. It's all right here. So you can get in your car and drive, and if you need to go to Starbucks and you need to grab something, it's right here. It's so convenient. I love this. They're also really great for when I walk my dog. I got like my poop bags in here. And then I've also been walking to Pilates and I've got everything in here. I don't need to grab another bag. All I have to grab is my water bottle. So it's just so convenient. I got this in black, which is the one that I use the most. And then I also have the light beige color. Next, I have the Babyliss Pro curling iron. I think I've talked about this before, but I've really been loving this. Now I have 2 different curling irons and 2 different wavy hairstyles that I've been doing. Let me know if you want a tutorial on both of them, because for the one that I have on right now, I use this curling iron, which is I think like a 2-inch barrel, and I do more of this just like effortless. I woke up like this, just like kind of messy but still put together waves, and that's kind of like the whole hairstyle that I've been going for lately. I really like it. It's super easy to do. But then I also have more of like a tighter wave that's almost like mermaid beach waves that I've been doing with a different curling iron. Let me know if you want both or just one or the other. It's just like the hairstyle that I've been living in recently. I do think I've been doing this one a lot more. It's just a little bit more subdued. And okay, 3 more things. So my nails. I was getting acrylic nails for a few months. I got them in February because my nails were breaking. I think in the winter they kind of just deteriorate because all last year I had all natural nails. They got this long, even longer. And what is on? I've got makeup like all over me. They got this long. I had like my natural nails for my wedding day, just did natural nail polish. And then when they broke off, I wanted them back long again and was very impatient. So I got acrylics. I had them done from February until just recently. And then finally they were long again and I was able to get in with my girl, and I decided to go and get no chip because it was like, you know what? I want my natural nails, but I feel like they're just gonna break, especially after having the acrylic on top of it. And what I learned in the process is that anything that you put on your nails, anything at all, is going to be somewhat damaging. And it's all about how you take care of the nails and how the products are removed is what's going to keep the integrity of your nails or damage them. At least that's what I've learned. My nails are strong and natural and I'm loving them. So this color specifically, because I get asked all the time about my nail polish color, I don't know the brand of this because this is what they had at the nail salon, but the color of this is called Muse. To me, this looks just like Bubble Bath from OPI. Maybe even put it in neutral. I think put it in neutral goes a little bit pinkier. It's just such a nice natural color and it's a little bit stronger on my nails than just a typical regular polish. So I've just been doing that because it's like I can't be careful with my nails all the time. That's no way to live. So I've been really enjoying the no chip. I don't want to do dip or anything like that. No reason. I like this whole technique. Another random thing that I've been loving is buying fresh flowers. I know this is so random, but this vase is from, I think, CB2. I'll link it down below. But I've just been loving getting fresh flowers every week. I feel like it just makes the space so cheerful and happy and alive. I don't have any like real plants in my house yet. It adds a little color. It adds some life into my house and they're just so pretty to look at. So I also planted some flowers out front in our house. Half of them are thriving, half of them are dying. And then I have 2 ferns, Fernesto and Fernard. They're also thriving, but I've just been, into that whole thing, and I wanted to include this just because it really has been bringing me joy and I enjoy picking out the flowers. So if you haven't bought yourself flowers lately, just buy yourself some freaking flowers because they're so pretty. And then lastly, this isn't a tangible thing that I can show you, but lately I've just been limiting my social media, and I had to share this with you because I think it has just, it's been so refreshing. I kind of touched on this a little bit in my life update video where I was talking about how I I deleted the TikTok app on my phone. And if an app is not making you feel 100% happy, I highly recommend just deleting it, walking away from it, or setting some sort of boundary with it. after I deleted TikTok, then I started setting more boundaries with other apps that I had on my phone. So I always had a time limit on my Instagram app, but it was within Instagram itself. And now I made it so that it's a time limit on my actual phone, so that after the time limit, it actually locks the app. Now I can override it, but there's just something about it being locked that's more just legitimate and makes me not want to break that. So like the other day, I was up with my time limit around like 6 p.m., which was fine because it was like, there's no reason why I need to be on my phone after 6. Just relax and enjoy the rest of the day. So I've been really liking that. I haven't been on Twitter in years. I never go on my Facebook page. I haven't been on Facebook regularly in years. And then I deleted my food delivery apps like Instacart and DoorDash and stuff like that, and just, I don't know, I've just been a little bit more separated from that. Now I've been active on social media. I've been on Instagram, I've been on YouTube, but there's something about setting that boundary that has been really refreshing and just feels really good. Even with text messages, if I would get a text from somebody, I would feel the need to quickly reply as fast as possible. And I've just been kind of setting that boundary with myself and just letting myself finish a task before like getting distracted and trying to multitask, and you end up getting into conversations with people and it ends up taking you away from what you're doing. So just kind of like making that separate. And also, if you're not ready to like completely separate yourself, which you don't have to separate yourself from anything, but if you feel like you should, because if you feel it, you'll know it when you feel it. But one thing and one way that you can start doing that is not doing any sort of technology while you're eating. I heard about this from the Mind Pump podcast that I listen to. I've mentioned them before, and it sounds so funny to like intentionally not watch something or not be on your phone, but then when you really think about it, at least for me, I was always doing something. I'm watching a show or I'm on my phone or whatever. If you're with someone else, I just challenge you to put your phones away, turn the TV off, and just actually have like a sit down conversation while you're eating, or just eat in silence, whatever. Just not being connected to some sort of device is just really, really refreshing. And if you do it for a week, it just feels so good. And maybe you don't have that experience. Maybe you're not having these negative feelings in that way. But I would just challenge you to try it. And then maybe you didn't even realize that you were having negative feelings. I don't know. Social media is different for everybody. I think everyone needs some kind of boundary, and that's going to look different for everybody. But these are the things that I've just been implementing lately, and I just feel so refreshed and it feels good. And I feel like I just want to keep pushing it even more and more and setting more boundaries and more space, so that when I am on social media, I'm present and I'm enjoying it and I'm creating and just showing up the way that I want to be. So, yeah, that's it. Oh, one more thing. I used to share books and stuff, but I haven't read anything since March, I don't think. So I just bought a new book. I already forgot the name of it. I think it's called The House Across the Lake. I forgot. I'll put a picture in here. I haven't started it. I heard it's good, so I think I'm gonna start that. I was thinking I could maybe like share books in my favorites. I did one time, or maybe do like a little review, or I don't know. Let me know, because I want to start reading novels again. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I'm loving. I know some of this stuff was kind of random, but this is the stuff that I've just genuinely been not just loving, but just like really excited about. So let me know down below what you're loving as well. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.